Hello everyone, it's Johnny from WP Johnny, and today I'm going to go over the best Gutenberg page builders for WordPress. So basically, these are plugins that will help you build your website, whether it be customizing the content or customizing the theme or theme templates. As you already know, there's a million Gutenberg plugins out there, and how do you know the difference between them? Because as you know, there's some of them that are like Gutenberg block plugins, some of them are Gutenberg block libraries, others are Gutenberg add-ons, and then there's ones that call themselves Gutenberg page builder. So what's the difference? It's a little confusing for people who don't know. So I'm going to show you all my favorite options and then help you distinguish the differences between them and also the features that I think should matter the most to you. But before I begin, I'm just going to do a quick little commercial break. I just want to thank Scala Hosting. They gave me a server and free site, free test server, free test site to do these product reviews. And I just want to show you, they have pretty low price server plans. So you can get a server all to yourself for a very good price. And you can use their regular like WHM, cPanel, so like traditional control panel, or you can use their S panel, which is kind of like their version of cPanel. Since they built it, it has all the main features of cPanel, but comes at a much cheaper price. So once again, I just want to thank Scala Hosting. It's an awesome hosting company of low price, dedicated server services. Okay, let's get on to our review, yeah? So the first ones I'm going to cover are, the first category is the Gutenberg block libraries, okay? So there's 4 in here that I really like and actually use. And what do I call block libraries? These are plugins that just have like a bunch of different block options for you. So let's go over my favorite one, Otter blocks. So they got form, maps, tabs, Lottie, okay, and such and so forth. If you go to the other one, like blocks, it will have like all these accordions, FAQ, etc., etc. So let's just go and activate them and let's just play with them for ourselves and see. Okay, so I'm just going to activate all these. And once it's activated, we are ready to go. Okay, so I'm going to hit new page. Cool. And we're good to go. So let's begin. First one on the list is going to be Otter blocks. They have a free and they have a pro version. The free is actually already pretty powerful. Let's get to it. So, okay. So Mazer, you can put your images in a grid. You've got a search bar, accordion, and so forth. Form, pop-up, progress bar. Okay, all this WooCommerce and Stripe stuff, that is really cool. But let's just go ahead and let's put an accordion. Okay, very easy to use. I love that it's already like easy to see, because some of the other accordions for other plugins are annoying to use a little bit. You can't see the lines, you can't clearly type stuff in. We're gonna go over here and just see how the settings looks. Okay, so pretty easy to use actually. Okay, oh, that was it. So moving on, we're gonna go to blocks. So here, I'm gonna scroll down here and we're just gonna move down to blocks. And where is it? Okay, so this is the annoying thing about some of these blocks. Some of them, like they create, oh, okay, so yeah, it has its own section. So here it is, shape divider and so forth and so forth. This is a nice starter one. Personally, I find myself using blocks a lot. Here's their accordion, and then this is how their settings looks like. Okay, so things are really standardized. Wow, okay. Yeah, I remember back when like it seemed like every block had its own way of working. Let me go here. And let's just go down to Otter blocks, blocks again. I'm just gonna try to pick something different because I want you guys to see like a different thing. Okay, cool. This is really different. And okay, so these blocks actually don't have a lot of settings. So that's why we're not seeing a lot of options there. Okay, next on the list here, we have ultimate blocks and then generate blocks. Ultimate blocks is the red one, I remember. Okay, see, I also like that it's red. I like this highlight color. It's easy to find it. Let's go ahead and add an image slider and whatnot. And what will the thing look like? Okay, so they're all very easy to use. They're all very simple. This is how you would build your site. So you would just add blocks at a time. And oh, wait, sorry. Did I forget to show you the last one? So the last one, a little bit less impressive. It's just generate blocks. And here, as you can see, there are not so many block options. Okay, it's not like the others. Okay, here you go. Well, but at least this block has like a million settings because it's a block with a lot of options, variability. Okay, so we got all 5 of these. So these, I call these block libraries because they're basically a list of blocks. Okay, when you install them, you get such and such blocks, and different ones will have different lists. Okay, so the cool thing about these is that they're pretty lean. It's very minimal. It's very lightweight. Not only that, but you can mix them together. So let's say you wanted to use Ultimate Blocks, but it's missing a certain block that only Otter Blocks has. You can install both plugins. You can use different plugin blocks side by side, and it'll work just fine. Ideally, you don't want to use so many different ones because then it adds different style sheets and JavaScript and whatnot. But either way, these block libraries are pretty lean, they're pretty minimal, and they're very well done. Otter I liked for having a bunch of options and complicated options if you like Lottie animation. And then if you like their pro stuff, right? So their pro stuff will have like the WooCommerce blocks and whatnot, like these right here. Co-blocks by GoDaddy. I normally don't praise GoDaddy, but they did an amazing job. This block is really minimal, but yet there's like many awesome options in their co-blocks. And it's this right here. So lots of cool options. So I see this one being like more commonly used. Ultimate Blocks has a lot of like custom type blocks. So it's all on you, up to you. And now then generate blocks. This is very minimal. Like it's for like those coders who like to hard code from scratch and they know how to build custom blocks. I would use generate blocks. But overall, I would say co-blocks if you want clean and simple, Otter Blocks if you want a million options, and then Ultimate Blocks if you want specific options, or generate blocks if you like to build things manually. Again, I call these plugin libraries because it's just like a bunch of blocks added to your site. Now we'll go to the second category. I like to call these Gutenberg native page builders. So these plugins are kind of like your own page builder in Gutenberg. Okay, there's 5 options: Cadence Blocks, Stackable, Spectra, Genesis, and Generate Blocks Pro. Okay, so let's get to it. Let's get over here. We're gonna go to my plugin groups, and whoops, sorry, that's not what I wanted to do. We do it from here. I'm gonna highlight all these except for that one, and I'm gonna deactivate. Okay, and then I'm gonna go over here, highlight all these, and activate. Okay, I call these native Gutenberg page builders because you can build your site right from Gutenberg. We're gonna start a new page. So what are the 2 main features that makes me call them Gutenberg page builders? The first thing is that they have layouts, okay? So now, because I've installed so many, it looks like a freaking mess up here. Don't mind that. You know what would actually help me save space is if I just switch the theme to something else. Hold on. We're just gonna pick this. Okay, cool. Yeah, that way it saves this thing up here. So if you only had like one of these plugins, then you would only have like one of these. You wouldn't have all these extra buttons up here. Okay, so we're gonna start with our first one, Cadence Blocks. So when you install it, you're gonna see, oh, sorry, because we're using Cadence down here. Here you go. First off, it has a block library, just like the block library plugins. But the next 2 things they have is global styling, and then also style libraries, like pre-made templates. So here's a design library. Oh, come on, man. I apologize for this, you guys. All right, just let me in. Okay, cool. So you see, it has its own built-in library, so you can like install templates. So at this point, it's kind of like a page builder. Okay, here we go, and I can just boom, it's in there, and it looks beautiful. It looks great. If I want to go and mess with the options and whatnot, I can go here in style and so forth and so forth. And this is really cool. Cadence, I mean, I like the UI. It's just really clean. It's really intuitive. The designs are great. It's a great start. Nothing I can say bad about it. And if you buy their pro version, let's go to the pro version. Okay, you have access to more stuff like a premium design library, so nicer designs, dynamic content. That's like dev stuff. And then I just really like Cadence designs. So I like the designs, I like the feature, I like the user interface. It's a it's a really good balance between a clean minimal library, but then also has many block options for you to work with. Okay, so Cadence Blocks, I'm a big fan. And actually, I forgot to cover their block options. Where is it? Okay, here they are. Okay, so a lot of stuff for you to use, but not like where it's overloading and you've got like 50 options. So that's probably my number one choice if you don't know what you're doing. Okay, now moving on to the next one. So the next one is going to be Stackable. So Stackable was probably the first and probably the best established, like it's like a full-on page builder right in the Gutenberg editor. It has all the features that you're used to from like Elementor and Divi, and it feels like a much more like feature-rich, has like every type of block you can imagine. Okay, so way more options. Still easy to use, still a great option, but just could be maybe a little overwhelming for somebody who's new to Gutenberg. So first off, let's look at their block libraries. Okay, boom, lots of blocks, lots of options. These are awesome. I love the purple color so you can like quickly find it. And we're gonna check out the Stackable design library. I really like their design library as well. It maybe doesn't look as like modern and polished as Cadence. I'm talking about the actual library pop-up, but the designs are cool. There's many designs in there and you can choose. I think, I don't know if I had the Pro installed. I mean, I do have the Pro. I don't know if I installed it, but anyway, there's lots of good options in here. You scroll and you pick, and there's definitely even options to get the whole site. So yeah, I think I'm missing the whole site options because maybe I didn't activate the Pro version. But here you are, and then we can see this is how their stackable settings. Oh, sorry, these are the block settings. Yeah, again, easy to use, nice and clean, tons of options. And then as you can see, because I didn't install the Pro. I have a feeling maybe. Okay. So here you can have global typography, global settings. So this makes it more like a real page builder for me, because throughout your different pages, you don't want to be, reapplying the same typography, the same styles and such and such. So this global stuff is really cool. This is what makes it different from the regular block libraries. Okay, basically has a style library, and then has like pre-templates, and then has a global style library. Moving on, Spectra. All right, so Spectra is actually really cool. It's made by the same developers behind Astra, and already it's huge. As of this moment, they've got only the free version, but the Pro is coming out, like, I swear, any hour now. Okay, maybe back in the days, the Astra theme had like bugs and all kinds of people complaining about service and support and whatnot, but I think their development team is maturing, and I think their products moving forward are definitely worth considering. So we're gonna go here, and we're gonna check out the Spectra blocks. Lots of beautiful options. So as you can see, they have all the typical options, like the common ones everybody likes. Carousels and grids and reviews and table of contents and reading and animation, Google Maps and such and so forth. I'm just gonna go and put in let's put in an icon list, see what happens. Okay, there, and then I'm gonna click on the Spectra thing. Okay, so I guess this thing doesn't really have much for me to choose from. But anyway, now I'm also gonna go to the Spectra library, and there's the Spectra library. So actually, This library looks great. It looks easy to use. There's no categories, so it's just like you just put in the full thing. Yeah, so I'm just gonna import this that contains a mod. Okay, so if you're trying to install something that needs plugins, it will do it. Oh, here it is. Now we can choose. Oh, wow. Yeah, you know, you gotta hand it to them. This looks really clean. Just the way that it's, yeah, this is very well done. I love the wireframe option, by the way. I love this wireframe option, by the way, because, let me see. Oh, that's the block settings. Whoops. I talked too fast and I misclicked. Because sometimes you don't want to import like images and junk to your site. So just this is enough. And this is great. And I forgot to say that Stackable has this as well, right? Really clean. They're totally doing something that like fits with the way developers think. And I like that. We don't want to be importing a mess of like junk filler images. Okay, the next one is Genesis Blocks, and then it's going to be Generate Blocks. So Genesis Blocks, I think, are beautiful right here. So it's simple, it's minimal. There's not much going on. It's very minimal. However, oh, and I need to put it in the free. I don't know why. Yeah, I need to move. The free version is up there, and then the pro version has their Genesis block designs. And I don't know why. There used to be a place where you could see all their design libraries, and now you can't. But I will say, from what I saw before, it looked nice. It looked nice. It looked professional, the way I like, not the cheesy, flashy way. It was professionally done, and I'm a big fan of it. So it's on the list. Lastly is Generate Blocks Pro. I think I have it installed. Is it? Oh my God. Is it activated? Let me see. Yeah. Okay. So it is activated. My only thing with the Genesis, with the Generate Press blocks. So first, let's cover the blocks. Where is it? Come on. Here it is. It's not that many. So you can activate the Pro. I think activating the Pro like basically adds this one and maybe this one and this one. That's it. Okay. It doesn't have like all the block options like the others, but nonetheless, it does have like a pretty library. And there you have it. Well, okay, right now I guess this doesn't look so pretty because it's relatively unstyled. But anyway, you guys have what I think are my favorite builders for Gutenberg. You can see which ones are like more like the way you think, more like the way you work. And the last one, the bonus one I'm going to do is Quickly. And you know what? I should have prepared this earlier, but it's okay. So I'm firing up the Quickly builder right now, and it's pretty cool. I'm just going to start adding a page. And here it is. So it's actually Gutenberg, but it's kind of like their version of the editor. So it's like, let's just say Gutenberg on steroids. It has different blocks that are added. Okay. And then you just start building your content like you've always done, but using their interface. Okay. So there's like more options, more features. You can more granularly move things and set and configure them. So this is like a real Gutenberg page builder. It's Gutenberg, but it's a page builder and it has many options. It's a little bit more for developers, so I wouldn't say this is for like end users, but it's for developers, and there's many really cool features. You can build your own toolbar and such. The last thing I'm going to say too is that you can actually, thanks to full site editing, you can actually build your theme using Gutenberg blocks. So if I go to customize, let's go widgets. Okay, so I can use it to build like widget areas and such. Yeah, I had to find a theme that had full self-editing capabilities. So like, for example, here with FSE, we can like edit our home page and such using Gutenberg blocks. Okay, I can edit other pages like single search, basically whatever I want. And then here in the templates, we can also build like the header, the footer, and such. So, sorry. So I think like this theme in particular. Oh, wait. Oh. There it is. So there you go. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. It's just to give you a list of my favorite Gutenberg plugins, whether it be block libraries, a native page builder, or like proprietary builders where it has its own editor. Later, I'll cover these other three, which are not Gutenberg, but work alongside Gutenberg. It's Bricks, Breakdance, and Buildarius. Once again, I want to thank Scala Hosting for paying for this review, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers.